But hey, yo, this Flow of Substance is, I believe, episode 10, because I put a boxing episode out last time. Please go check that out. It's a short, small size bite. My name is Earl Day Cool. This is my man Dave Balmain. Say what's up to the people, family.
What up, people? Hope you guys are having a great day, and we're gonna give you some good content today for sure.
Absolutely. So you wanted to talk, because now that all the information's out about what took place in Uvalde, is that how you say it? I don't want to say it wrong. In Texas.
I believe so. I'm not 100% though, because I actually haven't really heard it spoken correctly by anybody.
Right, especially the news.
Yeah. So
I hope we're saying it right. Please correct us if we're not in the comments or DM us in any way. But you know, it was are you more familiar like exactly what happened?
Yeah. I kind of read. Well, not even kind of like read a whole article about. Well, I heard like, and then there's like other things that came up afterwards. They were saying the off-duty. They saying the off-duty might have been the one who, you know, actually went in there and did the job on the person who came in there shooting, and you know. And then I heard the police was waiting outside or something and waited to enter like a while.
Yeah, I heard they were. And then I heard another story where they went to go get their kids and they like avoided the shooting entirely.
I heard that too, and I was like, I know it's the internet, so I gotta take everything, but I gotta really make sure I know.
What I do know is they are being investigated, though. They are being investigated.
Yeah, see, that's already looking sus. You know what I mean? You gotta kind of think of if you being investigated. I mean, it's plausible that there's something going on. Somebody, not maybe all of y'all, but somebody
did not do their damn job.
Right, and they did what you said, like went there and got their kid and just got on or something crazy.
Now, granted, I was like, that sound, because you know, me and you were kind of like saying, like, okay, that sound like a little far fetched.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I gotta kind of like, okay, is that really true? Like, you know.
Yeah, I was like, let me double check it now, and I looked it up. I haven't seen like I follow like NPR Radio, Bloomberg News, Forbes, all that shit. You know, all like the big one, ProPublica. And they haven't said anything like that, so I was like, okay, this may just be some internet shit for clickbait.
Right. So you know, propaganda.
Right. Just to get clicks and get traffic.
Yeah, exactly. They're just trying to stir up a frenzy and be with, you know,
people. You know how these things go, man.
Right. You know, everybody like to make up an extra story. I want to be a part of it or something.
Now, my thing is that I do have a disturbance of, it was a picture that went out, and you just see all these cops. Sheriffs, let's be specific, sheriffs, they're posted outside drinking water, just standing in front of a tree, and I'm like, aren't they supposed to be helping, assisting, transferring people out, securing the area or whatever? It's like they're supposed to be this response team, and it looked like they kind of like chilling and laid back.
Right.
Now, obviously, probably to them, they probably, we handled the situation, let's chill and lay back, but we live in a world where perception is everything. So I have a problem with the leisureness that they had to the whole situation. Like, bro, like people lost their babies. You know what I'm saying? And that is not something, I don't have children, but what I know, if I drop my child off at school, I don't expect them to have some crazy, insane dude with a gun walk in here and take their lives unwarrantedly. You know what I'm saying?
I would expect my child to be safe and be able to come home after school.
Right. And now to have this scary thought that the people that, you know, these people pay taxes, your taxes get paid to the police department, the sheriff's department. So you paying their salaries, and to have that leisureness on like display was very like the wrong thing for them to look like. Now, granted, it could have been they not used to shit like that, so they don't know how to respond from a perspective.
Yeah, because, you know, it's no knock on the city, but it's not really, I never really heard of it. But, you know, Texas is very big, so it's a lot of cities
right
throughout there, or towns more so, because cities, you know, you think about city, think about a big city like Los Angeles, Chicago or something, or New York City. But I mean, like, you know, some be considered like that's what they call towns, like, you know, just towns, like this, you know, so I don't know how big it is. That's what I was trying to take into consideration too, as well.
Yeah, how big is it?
Like how, you know, and their response teams, it might be a small town. They got us like one police station. You know what I mean?
Right. Had to go get one from a bigger city to bring it down and all of that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, because the information is still, coming out. And then what I do know is factual is that the Uvalde Police Department, Sheriff's Department, I'm sorry, I keep saying that shit, is that they're not cooperating with the investigation.
Oh.
So,
Are they being like investigated by like the FBI or?
Yeah. I guess the FBI and Department of Homeland Security are investigating exactly what was your procedures to handle the situation, and exactly what was the point of entry, how was the response time. And what we also do know to be factual, y'all, is that he wasn't in a police chase, because the dude who killed his grandma, killing his grandma, got in a pickup truck and crashed in a ditch, I believe. Am I correct on that? Do you know?
I believe so. I remember hearing something about him crashing into a ditch.
So he crashed into a ditch, then he runs and barricades himself into a classroom. And, after that, we know the massacre that took place. God bless all them souls. And, prayers out to the family and all of that. And that's just a terrible, terrible moment. But what that showed me is that, okay, so y'all knew where he was off the rip. You know what I'm saying? If he crashed in a ditch that was close to the school, y'all had him in y'all eyesight. And what happened after that? Did y'all just barricade outside? Y'all know it's kids in here, right? I'm just confused. Like, what did you think about that, though?
Right. It's like, to me, I feel like the response to it maybe could have been swifter, maybe, because if they're being investigated, I would feel like there's no reason that the FBI is they're wondering why, probably why it took so long. It got to be something with the time, because I believe that the stories of them saying that they waited to go in, I believe that's factual, because that's kind of been like what I've seen and what I heard. Like, they waited a good while to even try to go in there.
Right.
And the dude that I seen that they said actually really got him was the off-duty dude. And I seen a picture of him. He had he almost got hit in the head himself. He had like a bullet through his hat.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, if he off duty, I mean, he got the most liable to be like, I'm up here, I'm off duty, but I'm up here, fuck that, I'm up here, fuck that, this is some serious shit, I'm gonna come out, for this.
Right, and my baby's over there, like my baby.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really know, exactly what they was thinking. I don't know if they already had like a different procedure where, because I know there wasn't they was speaking to him while he was in there or anything.
Mm-hmm. So now they killed him.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't no talking involved. So how they, sometimes if they feel like a hostage, they might be like, hey, try to get a negotiator out there. But that's not what happened. He just barricaded in there and did what he did, and it's a tragedy.
It is
something like that happens to kids.
And my thing is, my question to both of us is that, what exactly is the reason for this? Is it several? Is it one major problem? Is it guns? Is it mental health? Is it the age limit because when he turned 18, he was able to go do that. He was
and I would say it depends on. I feel like that is definitely is that's kind of like state by state thing too. Mm-hmm. At the same time, because Texas is carried crazy,
it's the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that. So you gotta think about that now. Maybe y'all should be. Maybe you should be. Maybe no state should be, at least. Maybe if it should be, it should at least be. Because me personally, I do I do believe in bearing arms and our constitutional rights.
Same.
To do that, as far as, but it's in a, it's in an hours. I don't believe in, that type of thing happening. And nobody being able to do that, and it being that easy where somebody could do that.
Right.
Get it. And especially an AR-15,
yeah, and you 18 years old.
You cannot get you can't even, I don't even know anybody that could get a legal AR-15 in California.
Nah, so if you do, they got the fixed magazine law.
It's a whole bunch of things into that. You was it's a lot when you want to try to do that. It is a lot. So it's out here. So nobody not Nobody not, getting being. It's not. I feel like if they want to change it, and then I feel like it is mental health too as well. I want to make that clear because you feel me. I went to school for psychology, of course. I know but for the people, and that is a big thing I do believe in. So I definitely would have to say that definitely has something to do with it, because it's no excuse though. It's no excuse ever for that.
It's no excuse, but like what you're saying,
we do need to help people more mentally, because it takes somebody mental to be a little off, if not just completely off, to do something like that.
Right. And there's red flags like when that pops up. Like no one just wakes up and say, you know what, I'm about to do such and such to like
man, he must have been an angry person. Somebody had to see some angry moments or something when he just flipped out or something, or that's not just, you don't just wake up and
hell no.
But
hell no.
There's that serial killer thing where you might not see it. They might be sneaking, killing animals and shit, and shooting, killing a bunch of animals and stuff.
Right. It's like the Jeffrey Dahmer effect, right?
Yeah, that's another psychological thing. That's a serial killer. Something you just out there killing people. There is something mentally wrong with you.
Absolutely.
Because there's no reason for nobody I just want to kill people. I want to kill some people. I just want to kill all women. I want to kill all gay men. I want to eat them. It's something wrong with you.
Absolutely.
So mental health is definitely a big part of it. But then if you want to touch on the gun part, that's the only thing I would say about gun, because I believe in bearing arms. But I feel like in those states that's not like California, then maybe they should think about being more like California now.
Just you know what I'm saying,
it's too easy to get an AR-15 in Texas. It's too easy to get an AR-15 in Arizona.
And my thing is this too. Now I am a gun owner. I'll say that for the people. I am a registered legal gun owner. Went through from the state of Virginia. I went through all the proper channels to get my firearm. But as I would say, like me and him both agree. We agree with constitutional rights, your right to bear arms. But what I'm saying is we cannot act like this ain't a problem. And the availability to get a weapon. The last 3 mass shootings from Buffalo to Texas to New York, all those firearms were bought legally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I get what the conservative side and the red side tries to say. You're just gonna let all the bad guys have the guns and blah blah blah. That's not what we're saying. F.O.S. Substance, we're not saying that. We're not.
Never.
We arm a populace. We're not saying that. Let's start the conversation off like that.
Right.
We're not saying that. But what we are saying is that the availability for a person such as the Texas shooter, the shooter in Buffalo, and so on and so forth, you have this easy barrier of access for people to get these weapons. And let's not act naive now. It's only one purpose a gun is made for, and that is to kill. That is to kill. That's point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? You could be a gun nerd, all that gun culture. I like to go to the range, like to do tactical firearm shoots and blah, blah, blah. The only purpose that weapon was made for is to kill whatever stands in front of it.
Exactly. Any living thing.
Exactly. Exactly. It shoots a fast projectile at a high rate of speed. And if it hits whatever it's aiming at, it's going to go through it. And if it is a life of an animal or human, whatever, it's going to kill it.
Yeah, and that's just 100% facts.
There's no debating
in the movie with superpowers or something for it not to do that. That's the only way.
Right.
And that, good luck,
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing there. That's not debatable. That's factual. So
it ain't nothing to debate with that. You know what I mean? So
there's nothing to debate.
Exactly. You hit the nail right on the head, because that's the factual about it. We not saying, they bought legally, but look what they're buying. And then that specific type of gun, it's that's made for very faster, than a lot of guns.
I work with them every day.
And it's accuracy. That motherfucker accurate as hell.
Exactly. It's a weapon that's used. It obviously is the civilian model, but it's based off the military model. So it's based off of an M4 or M16 carbine rifle.
It's bad enough.